Hello world, welcome to the 232nd video on my channel where I'm building my own digital assistant named Shane, like Jarvis from the Iron Man movies and comics. It is November of 2024 and I'm about to start building my Christmas light show once again. If you haven't seen my 2023 light show, you can click on that here and watch it. And so we're going to add to this Christmas light show in 2024, and so this is the 8th video in my Christmas lights playlist. I've been using HolidayCoro products. I do have a link in the description if you're gonna buy your own stuff, and you can use that code and I get a referral credit for that. And so we're on HolidayCoro now, and what we're gonna do is we're going to install Christmas trees, the small ones with the star on top of it. And if you're wondering, what does this have to do with the digital assistant named Shane? Well, the overall goal of this is to create an interactive light show. So I want to build a light show, a standard light show that you've seen all over YouTube. And some of them are getting crazy, right? Drones and fireworks and fire. But what I want to do is add interactivity. So I want to interrupt the signal from the controller and maybe add computer vision and a chat bot. But for now, I'm just building a standard Christmas light show. So I imagine most of my views, if you're here right now, you're saying, come on, I just want to see the Christmas light tree installation. So let's check that out now. So I went to RGB props, and then I went down to trees, I believe, mini trees right here, and then I found these ones right here. These are the Pix node tree, the mini trees for RGB pixel nodes. So click here. Now there are 3 sizes, a 42-inch one, a 27-inch one, and a 19-inch one. I bought the 27-inch one, right? Because that is approximately the same size as the candy canes that I have, and I want it to be about that size. So here's what they look like right here. They're just some dense, flexible board that you connect the Christmas lights into. And so if you scroll down here, let's look at this chart real quick. So this medium, which is the 27 inches. And so you can look at this right here. So tree node count 360 degrees, right? And so you need 140 lights for that. And that gives you 10 columns at 14 nodes. However, the star that goes on top of it, this 20 node white star right here, I went and add that. So I did the black tree right here, 27, and then I added the star. Okay, so with the star you need 20 nodes. So if you did 140 plus 20, that's 160. I didn't want that, and I have a small front yard, so I don't need the 360 degrees anyways. So I'm choosing the 270 degree route. So this says 8 columns here, but I am recording this in reverse. I've actually already done some installation, and so what I found is you can do 9 columns with 14 nodes, and that way the 9th column goes up to the star. Then 20 plus 112 is just 132, so you can just buy 3 50 pixel strings, and it comes with some zip ties, and that's all you needed to know. So I did buy the 12 volt 3-inch spacing right here. So I bought 3 of these. This is the 12 volt setup, 50 node string, 3-inch spacing, black, and it has the easy plug input and output cables here. And so I bought 3 of these because it's 112 nodes plus 20 is 132, and so it fits just fine into the 150 count of just having to order 3. Alright, so once you ordered those, you wait until it arrives. So let's do an unboxing now. Alright, so the package was delivered, came in a square box, came like this, kind of all rolled together with the metal bars like that. And then the 3 sets of lights here. And then this is the star right here. And then this is the zip ties right here. So I am going to unpackage this and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so once you finally get off all the plastic here, this is how it looks. Like this. Sorry, that was a lot of wiggling. Like this right here. You can tell it's conical shape. And there are these little slits, if you can see them here, that where these little metal rods will go right here. So I think I can figure it out. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas for these slits. So I think I just have to line them up. And I will cut back when I've lined them all up. Okay, so now that we've unboxed it and checked out what it looks like, now we're going to install it in Xlights. So this is my current layout. You can watch this video here to see more about how to put things into Xlights basic setup. So we're gonna go straight into it, assuming that you've already added things. So this was my last year's setup. Added some things to it. So this right here, this garage roof right here. So I've added that. And then for testing purposes, I've already added a Christmas tree as test. And so we're going to add a Christmas tree together now. So all you do is, what I'm going to do is just copy and paste this. But what you're going to do is go here to this Christmas tree, create new tree, click anywhere there. And so just like anything else you add to Xlights, you can name this whatever you want. So tree test. So it's round. So 360 degrees, let's skip that for now. Or let's just go ahead and do it together. So we know from when we purchased it in the beginning of this video that we're gonna do 270 degrees. So let's pull this to the side, see what it looks like. There we go. And then, so what we're going to do is this bottom to top ratio here. This adjusts the angle of it. So we're going to move that to 5. And that is the kind of this top area right here. And then the perspective we're going to leave at 2. But if you adjust it, well, let's do it by whole number so it's easy. 6. See, you're just rotating it to see the perspective of it. I just want it normal, so let's just leave it at default here. There we go. And then I'm gonna leave all this. Now the number of strings, node strings, and strands per string, you don't actually, so let's go to this test one. So number of strings is going to be 1 because we're gonna connect all 3 of the lights, and I'll show you after this together. Then the nodes per string, you leave that, you don't touch that. That will automatically calculate. And then the strands or strings. So let's go up to ours. So number of strings, let's go to 1. And that's going to make it look weird. But then you're going to go strands per string, 9. And it says, oh no, you do change this one. So ours is going to be 126. And where does that come from? So let's do 126 divided by 9. And that's 14. So in the 22-inch Christmas light that we bought, if you remember from the beginning, there are 14 nodes per I guess, line, and then you move to the next line. So this automatically calculates it for you. So let's say I'm going to say 130, then this is going to go red because it's not divisible evenly. So if we do 10, this will calculate it to 13 nodes, but we don't want to do that. So we know that there's 14 nodes in each column right here when we bought it. So we're going to go 9 here and then change this to 126 so it's divisible by 9 now. All right. Starting location, I'm going to leave it bottom left on mine. Yep, bottom left. And then the controller, go ahead and click your HolidayPix Pro. Then you leave everything else good. The start channel should update when we HolidayPix Pro, when we adjust our port. So go here. So I've already added a tree, and we'll get to the star in a second. But so tree is 41, so I'm going to put this on 42 for now. And then as you can see, the channel is updated, right? So you don't need to individually select the start, this one right here, the start channel. And that's pretty much all you need to change, unless you want to change the appearance, like the pixel size. Maybe go to 5 if you want it huge. I'm okay with 2, like that. And then you can save. And that's the Christmas tree now. And then you go up to here to the star. You just do a little star. I don't know, that's good, like that. And then move it into position. And so star 2. You can name this whatever you want. Nodes per string. So we're going to do 20. Right here, node string 20. The points right here is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points. But if you have a different star or something, then you can change the points. Starting location. So the way I installed it is the first node I put it in was the center. If you did something else, just realize that you have to pick one of these. So top center, bottom center, and then how did you put the star on there too? Counterclockwise or clockwise? All right, and then, so the star, okay, and then, so we go here, port, and you can name this the same port that you named that you put your tree. So we put this on port 42. We're going to put this on 42 as well. Okay. And then you can change anything else that you want. But I'm sorry, you have to put your controller as HolidayPix Pro. There you go. And then, so if you look at the channel now, you will go model chain is tree test. You can look at that. Oh, I'm sorry, chain after model. Yeah, here we go. So this model chain right now, this automatically, when I clicked HolidayPix Pro and the same port, automatically found the model chain that it should be attached to. You can change that if you want. But what we did is, and you'll see when we install it, portion of the third string, the third LED string, is part of the tree. So this just goes tree straight into the star. And Xlights, and that's the common way to do it, and Xlights knows that. So you can just say the first pixel is the start of the last pixel of the tree. And it automatically does that for you, which is nice. So there you go. You can save it. And if we go to sequencer and go to file, new sequence, animation, 20 frames per second, quick start, then we see we can change the we can change just the star. So let's add a yellow onto this to just this star. And you can see that it lights that up, just the star. Similarly, if we wanted to do another green, yellow, okay, and then we do another on here for just the tree test, and we make that green instead. Let's run it for 2 seconds. And now we can see that the tree and the star are both on down here in our preview. So that's how you install the Christmas light and the Christmas tree. Let me go here. I want to test this out and see what it does. See, I like that a lot. That fire, that's one of my favorite animations right there. Okay, so anyways, so another thing I wanted to show you is on layout. So let's go back to the tree that we did, and we can go to right click on it and go wiring view. Well, this is the node layout, but let's go to wiring view, and you can see how it was wired. I think this is super strange, to be honest. You can't change it like we did in the candy cane video. This is how it is, and I think this is looking directly at it. So this number 1 right here is the start of it if it was folded inwards, I believe. It's complicated, but I'll show you what it looks like, how we installed it on the thing. So all right, then press save, and then if that's all you're gonna do, you go to controllers, click here, and then upload input if you wanted to do that. All right, so now that we have done it in Xlights, let's go ahead and check out how we did the wiring and how we set it up. Okay, I hope you can see this, but this is what it looks like unfolded. That's my cat Ivy. And so this is unfolded out, and down here I have it starting, and then it comes up. But you notice how I have one column not filled up? So what I did was I started on this side, and then went up 14, and then went back down. And that gets me all the way to this side right here. And then when you come up, you get to here, which is the Christmas light, or I'm sorry, the star. And so I skipped one right now because I have it unfolded, but as I push it together, I'm hoping I can put this one back in, and then the star fits right in the middle. Now I'm gonna leave a link in the description on how you put these metal bars in here, and they come straight up here into this area, and that's how you install the star. And I'm not gonna record me doing it because I read some comments that it's not that easy, and I don't think it's that interesting to see me struggle. So it's better just to look at the manufacturer, HolidayCoro, on how they do it. So once I get this all tie strapped together, and this is where the tie straps go right here, and they connect to this side right here. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, I'm gonna tie strap that all together and make it look like a Christmas tree, and then I'll come back and maybe we'll do some testing. Okay, here we go. So I was able to tie strap it. I'm glad I didn't record it because it was frustrating. I don't know if you could see it well. I do recommend starting from the top because I started from the bottom and it was aggravating as I went up. And one thing else I noticed, wanted to mention, was this. When you insert the nodes into the tree, or into the star, I do recommend you use the tool that HolidayCoro sells, and it looks like this. And it helps you push the node through the, I don't know, it's kind of tight, but the tighter HolidayCoro, it's called chloroform hole. And so this tool helps you push it through. And so now what you're supposed to do, and again, I'll put a link in the video, is put these two metal sticks into this top part right here. I don't know if you could see the hole in the video. No, let me bring the light closer. But these two slits here, you put one of these sticks in here and then on the other side, and then you bend it so it lines up to here, and this is straight. So it's gonna come in at an angle and go straight. So I will try to do that off camera and then show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, I will admit that that was more complicated than I had hoped. And so what I did was, this is the front. I started by pushing it through this area here and then down into here, and then doing the same with the other one, and then I pushed it through here like this. I'm not sure what provides the most stability, but this isn't really going anywhere. It was more challenging than the video on the HolidayCoro website shows. I did have to undo some of these lights on this side to get more slack to push it through. But these metal wires are incredibly bendy. So what I did was I just arced this part right here. I just made a big bend in the beginning just to get it through the holes, and then pushed it down like normal. And it kind of curved under the pressure. So I just had to bend it back straight. And then once I got them into position, I bent them out at a, what is that, like a 10-degree angle. And now it's pretty snug in there. And so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, it was definitely a little more challenging. I'm glad I did it off the camera, so only my cats had to hear me say some bad words. All right, so I think now that we have unboxed it, put it up in Xlights, installed all the nodes, tie strapped it, I think it's time to do some testing. So I'm going to change my controller to the Ethernet, and then we'll do some tests. So here we go. All right, so the main thing I want to test is that wiring diagram. If this works, then two of the effects that I did will start from the center right here. So this is just green and yellow star. This is like that fire just on the verticals. There you go. See how it centers on it right there? And then that's the spiral, and it's centering right in the middle of it. So it doesn't look like the wiring diagram is, the way we did it is bad. So I did add the 9 columns instead of 8, like the HolidayCoro website said. And it did start in the middle regardless. I know the wiring diagram didn't match what we did, but it still works out, as you can tell from this spiraling effect in the middle. And so that's good, because once we do the effects that go left to right, we'll need to make sure of the wiring, but that needs to be done with the whole house, I imagine, and that will look nicer. So pretty excited about this. With the star, it's actually pretty big, and so I don't know, I think the 4-foot one would be a little too big. That's probably for the bigger houses. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you on your Christmas light show. Please consider subscribing to my channel to see the end of my 2024 video, and hopefully in 2025 some sort of interactive light show, which I don't think I've seen before. So anyways, like this video and leave a comment if it helped you. All right, thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.